Hi, it's Paul Boomer again. I'm just going to do some charting or analysis of some pairs. I thought I'd share the Euro US with you. This is a 4 hour chart using the Ichimoku as an indicator, which is generating all of the moving lines in there. Pink represents 9 candles, the high low for the last 9. So it's currently sitting in here. It bent back down. I'm sure that that would be the ninth candle, and that was the candle that had just dropped off. That's why it just came back down. So the 50% level between these 2 points is represented by pink. The red line is 26 candles back, which is here. So it's using this high, this low, and that's the midpoint of it. I know it's 26 candles back because this is the lag line, which I do in a brown color. It's closed price, 26 candles back, and yes, it does move around as this candle is live, and it's based on closed price. So where we've had these closes here, these are the closes in here. That tells me where 26 candles are, so I also know where that's being generated. Otherwise, I just have to count back the 9 candles, and I can generally do it visually in most parts. The coloured band through the middle here, I refer to as being the cloud, and it's the midpoint over a longer period of time. The green line is generated by 52 candles, and the blue line is a combination of the red and the pink lines. Um, Currently, we've got the candles come back down underneath the cloud. It's a bearish signal. The faster moving line, the pink line, is still heading down towards them. So once the weekend's over, it's going to get rid of this candle, and pink will move down into this region fairly quickly, being the midpoint of this range of candles, and this bar here will actually end up being most of it. So in that 25 4 sort of region, which is an extra signal into the bear formation on this 4 hourly chart. The lag line is underneath the candles, but still currently above the cloud. It does interact with the cloud. As you can see, there was some level of support in here. These flat lines down here are going to be somewhat of a magnet for it. Now you can see that I've also got some flat lines in here, these being pink. So pink I use for my daily chart. We'll come across into the daily chart, and you see that I've put it at the end of this red line here. We look back, we see that this is the lag line. It has come to this candle here, so it has dropped off this high. So we are currently that high, this low, and that is the midpoint of that current range up of this somewhat of a bull trend here that's been going since the start of June. I've also put one on this flat area here. I wanted the 50% level of here, or of this region, and of this region, and that's where it's represented. You can see that there's little discrepancies in here, so I don't want to use it as an exact point. I'm using it as a bit of a range of an area. Currently this is in bear trending. We have the cloud in green, which is bear and rolling downwards. The candles are underneath the cloud. The lag line is under the cloud, under the moving averages, under the candles. It's interacting with the lows in here, and I would look at this as being continued resistance at this stage, and that's how we go and take on and challenge that low if it continues to bear trend. The one positive is that the faster has crossed over the low, so pink has crossed over red. It's considered a weak bull signal when the chart is in bear trending, and let's see how this pink line handles it. If it comes back through, it is a strong bear signal. That's my daily chart, which I use for reference, and just how you saw that I've added those pink lines. The green lines I use for weekly. Now I currently have that's based on the two different lines, and the pink line is representing from here to here, and the red line is using from here to here. We see the lag lines back here. We're in bear formation. We have bear cloud, red, then pink, lines on, and the lag line underneath the candles. So it is in bear trending mode. Using this as resistance. It didn't quite come up and touch it. It was something that I was watching for last week. It was given a chance. It didn't quite get there. Another idea of its weakness. We're moving into the monthly chart now. I use a golden sort of color for monthly. I haven't put one on this pink line. It's the ninth candle's up in this area at the moment. It's still sorting itself out. So I'll just use the weekly lines at this stage. Beyond that, I've added one in here, which is on that red line there. Cancel. If I move that line, you see that there's a flat red line underneath there. That's representing, if we go back to our lag line, there's 26 candles. So the low, which was back in March, and March last year, and this year's high at the start of the year, the 50% level, and I'll just move it back onto there, and the 50% level is actually 134. So I'm using that as currently we are underneath that as well. We have a bear formation, which is new. We can see that we've been quite choppy, but we're still in bear cloud. Pink has just come back through the red line. The faster line has crossed through the slower one, and we have the lag line beneath the candles. The candles are underneath, so we have that as bear trending. It hasn't done the big breakout yet. The lag line has only just crossed back through, and now this is its great challenge. Will it come down and stay underneath these candles, or can it break in here and try and use this as some sort of support? Don't know. Worry about it in the lower time frames. So I come back into the 4-hour chart, and you can see that a new bear formation is just in the infancy. It has been created by what happened on Thursday, and we'll see next week how it handles it. Just quickly, I'll go into the 1-hour chart. We can see this is how it was handled on Thursday night, where price came down, touched the cloud, was interacting with this 50% line. It came back up. It had a lot of troubles getting above this red line, which was representing this 50% level, which was Tuesday night's data that came out, and we sent the shocks through it all. We then failed at that, and it dropped down through the cloud, and now we've done some consolidation, and currently the 50% level between these two areas, and it's using that as somewhat support, 25.5 roughly, but we've got these overhead resistance. This black line, sorry, space back on it, is the low that we had at the start of the year back in early January. I've got it there as a point of reference. It's currently operating roughly at the midpoint of the recent range, and I now consider that part of the resistance levels. Hope you find that of interest. Thank you.